In the last two episodes, we have discussed the foreign travelers who came to India during ancient and medieval times. In this episode, we will discuss the foreign travelers who came to India during the early modern period and have given a detailed account of India. William Hawkins. He was a representative of the English East India Company and an ambassador of the British King James I. He came to India in 1608 and travelled to Agra in the court of Mughal Emperor Jahangir to negotiate for the establishment of a factory at Surat. Favour by Jahangir enabled him to overcome all difficulties, and this permission was the first distinct recognition of English commerce in the East. Sir Thomas Roe. He was an English diplomat and a member of the House of Commons during the reign of Queen Elizabeth I. From 1615 to 1619, he stayed at the court of the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. The main objective of his mission was to get protection of the factory of British East India Company at Surat. The book The Embassy of Sir Thomas Roe to the Court of the Great Mughal 1615 to 1619, as narrated in his journal and correspondence, is a valuable contribution to the history of India in the early 17th century. His Journal of the Mission to the Mughal Empire is a treasured contribution to the history of India. Jean-Baptiste Tavernier. He was a 17th century French gem, specially diamond merchant and traveller. In his life, he made 6 voyages to Persia and India. During his second voyage, between 1638 to 1643 AD, he came to India and travelled as far as Agra and from there to the kingdom of Golconda. He also visited the court of Shah Jahan and made his first trip to the diamond mines. In his book, he has extensively discussed about diamond and the diamond mines of India. He is popular for his discovery and purchase of blue diamond that he subsequently sold to Louis XIV of France. Francois Bernier. Francois Bernier was a Frenchman who was a doctor, political philosopher, and historian. He came to India in 1656 and stayed here for 12 years in the Mughal Empire. His writings were often a comparative account with the practices and developments in Europe. He constantly compared Mughal India with contemporary Europe, especially France, trying to portray the latter as superior. He mostly wrote about the prevalent social and economic life. He severely criticized the Mughal Empire, calling them king of beggars and barbarians. In his vivid account, he has described that there was a lack of private property in the land in Mughal India. He felt that artisans had no incentives to improve the quality of their products since the profit was appropriated by the state. He described Mughal cities as camp towns because towns owned their existence on the imperial camps. He also wrote in detail about workshops or imperial karkhanas. Merchants were organized in their caste-cum-occupational bodies like Mahajans, Sheths and Nagar Sheths. If you want to know about anything else, please leave it in the comment box so that we can come back with it. If you have liked the episode, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you.